Dana White on First Take revealed the location for Fight Island. It is located on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, where will be the host of UFC 251, where 3 title fights are booked to take place on the card. In the main event, Kamaru Usman will be defending his UFC Welterweight title against Gilbert Burns. In the co-main event, Alexander Volkanovski will be defending his UFC Featherweight title against Max Holloway in a rematch. And lastly, Petr Yan will take on former featherweight king Jose Aldo for the vacant UFC Bantamweight title. The other 2 fights on the main card include a 3-round strawweight bout between Jessica Andrade versus Namajunas and a 3-round flyweight bout between Paige VanZant versus Amanda Ribas. Nate Diaz reacted to the booking of Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. He posted this on his Twitter saying, "This is what's wrong with people claiming their fighters settling for less cause they know they're not worth shit. You should have fought the next guy in line, not the guy who would take less cause he's told to. That's why no one will remember you guys. This isn't a title fight." He followed up with, "I get paid more than both of you together and fuck Reebok."
What's going on, everyone? It's been a few days since after the fight, back home in Sacramento with my family. Just got another workout in, feeling great. I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support. It's been amazing. A lot of you guys have been with me since the beginning, so it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm really thankful for you guys sticking through, believing in me, and here's another run to the title and reclaiming that gold.
I hope you guys enjoyed the fight tonight. I enjoyed them. It was a Bantamweight showcase. I think Eljo should get the title shot. That's for sure. Skip Aldo. I think Sugar Sean and Cody should fight. I know a lot of people are saying, don't throw him to the wolves. Listen, he's ready. He's 12-0. And even if he were to lose to Cody, his star would not diminish all that much.
Little part finally came. Thank you. Duran, what you think? He's so despicable. Yes, this is fire. Crutch, do you like it? I mean, Nick, do you like it? Finally. I mean, these two are ridiculous, dog. Look. Respect. No shoes on the mat. Look at these two jokers, dog.
Hey, let me put the dirtier one.
Oh! Bruh, like, who needs enemies with friends like these, dog?
Sean O'Malley on the UFC Unfiltered podcast speaks on Cody Garbrandt's KO win over Rafael Assunção. He also recaps his KO win over Eddie Wineland.
Yeah, it was his knockout. People keep thinking that I don't think his knockout was super sweet, and I do think it was really cool, but I don't think you can compare it to mine. He bent down at his hips and threw a right hand from his pocket and got lucky. I don't know if you want to call it lucky or not, but I mean, he just threw a bomb right hand that from his hip. Mine was calculated, precise, accurate, fast. His was fast and a beautiful knockout. Definitely worth the 50 grand. But for those guys, the older school guys, they turned pro right away. I don't think they really had much of an amateur career. I think if you total up the total amounts of fights we both had, I've probably had just as many, if not more. I've had, over 30 some fights with my amateur career. I've been fighting since I was 16, knocking people out cold since I was 16. Just a little skinny dude, no muscle, just hitting people right on the chin. So I didn't feel, I knew I was going to go in there and be able to, do what I did. Just faking lots of stuff. In that same fight about a couple seconds earlier, I threw the same combo. It's a feint uppercut and it's a kind of feint left hand too. So he's reacting kind of both those, and I'm hitting him with the right hand. So I'm throwing, two shots that are kind of making him react and then hit him with that last shot. But yeah, I threw that exact same combo, Anybody that fights me with their hands down like that's getting knocked out. Anybody that's not going to have their hands up and fighting. Jose Quinones had his hands up. He had a really tight guard. He had really good movement. He switched stances. He didn't make a lot of mistakes, and I still knocked him out. So it's going to be, if you come at me with your hands down, you're getting knocked out. But I don't spar that much, honestly. I don't.
Really?
I think I sparred total 7 rounds.
Wow.
That whole camp. Yeah, I don't like getting hit in the head. I don't get hit in the head very often in fights. And I'm definitely trying to take as least amount of damage throughout this career as possible because with brains, that's the number one thing I got to be careful about.
Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast says Amanda Nunes looked like she was on a different level compared to Felicia Spencer.
Well, it was smart. I mean, if you've seen Spencer fight before, you knew she was going to hang in there for as long as possible, once again showing her toughness. But as far as skill, unfortunately for Spencer and frankly everyone in that division, they're just not going to be able to keep up with someone like Amanda Nunes. I mean, there is no female who can throw a punch like Amanda Nunes. Period. I mean, when it comes to, maybe hitting a bag or whatever, but as far as a professional fight, when it comes down to it, if you need to hit a female in the face, Amanda Nunes just does it better than any other female out there. It's really impressive, the kind of power and speed that she's able to put together, her timing. I really thought there was such a disparity in skill by, the fourth round that they probably should have stopped the fight. Nunes really put just a lot of combinations on Spencer. She again just hung in there. She was tough as nails, but I don't know. I think Amanda Nunes just showed that she's just at another level yet again. I don't think there's anyone out there that really can challenge her. I know you really shouldn't say that. You don't want to get that into the head of a fighter. And obviously ATT did a great job of keeping her focused for this one. But man, Nunes is very good. Again, Nunes just looked like she was just in a completely different a level than Spencer. Again, Spencer's toughness is impressive, but again, there's just a huge skill disparity in that whole division, period. Yeah. She has, really run out of opponents at this point. I don't know if there's anyone out there that's going to make things interesting. And I think that's her biggest challenge at this point, is not only staying motivated for these other fighters, but just getting an opponent who's willing to get in there with her.
And Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast speaks on Cody Garbrandt's knockout win over Rafael Assunção.
As you said, to your point, let's just talk about Cody Garbrandt real quick. That knockout, oh my God. Cody Garbrandt always went forward. He was a fighter's fighter. He was always going forward, getting into wars. And he paid the price. He got knocked out 3 times in a row. The punching power has always been there, but he just needed to have a slightly smarter fight IQ, or not necessarily a fight IQ, just a more mature approach to the fight game. That's what he did on Saturday night. And that knockout, he was looking for it, just dipping down, and then he comes up, whoom. Fucking hell.
It was
what
so,
a shot. But that knockout was unbelievable because Assunção, it spun him around and then he did a face plant on the octagon. So some insane punch power there. And Garbrandt, after the fight, he was saying, look, listen, if Cejudo's gone, then let's all the fighters, all the guys, maybe a O'Malley in there. Obviously, we've got Aljamain Sterling. Who else are the top contenders? Petr Yan. Aldo, yeah, so he said, all of those guys, let's fly to Fight Island. We'll all stay there and we'll do like a tournament, like the old-fashioned UFC days. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know if you could do it, with the commission and things like that, but I like the way he's thinking.
Except Roy. What? Of course we're going to fight. No problem, mate, yeah? No problem. A proper fight, but. What? What'd you say? You getting smart there?